I've been into motorbikes literally longer than I can remember. It's my dad's fault, stroke, thank you dad. He used to take me on the back of his motorbike to watch his beloved Spurs. He got me into bikes, and then I must have been about eight or nine. I got like a little mini motorbike that I saved up for, and of course my parents helped me as well. They paid for it, basically. And then literally as soon as I could, so the age of 16, I got a 50cc, and I saved up loads. I got an Aprilia AF150, and it was mega because it looked about, I don't know, probably like a 125 or a little bit bigger. So I used to ride to school on that. And then I got a TZR125, passed my test, and went straight to an R1. So I went straight from a 125 to a 1000cc. So I've literally always been into bikes. I had to put my love for motorbikes onto the back burner a little bit when I sort of realised, you know, I could be quite good at athletics, and then I got to the stage, wow, I might even make a living out of this, and of course it's a bit dangerous. So my little 125 got sold, and I didn't have a bike for 10 years, and then eventually I had a few injuries, and I thought, you know what, I might as well live my life a little bit anyway. So I got an R1, but I didn't tell my coach, I didn't tell my parents. So whenever my parents came to stay, I used to hide it around my mate's house, and my coach had no clue that when I go home from training, I'd be burning around on this 1000cc superbike. A few years back, I used to live in the Midlands, and that was a beautiful place to ride my bike around Castle Donington and all the little villages where I lived. I lived in a place called Melbourne, and there were so many beautiful little lanes and roads that I'd go out on my bike. Now I'm back in Hampshire, it's got to be the New Forest. I think the New Forest is a good place to go. When you put that crash helmet on, you can be anywhere. In your mind, you're just gone, you're just in your own little space. And for me, it's a bit of escapism. When I go out on my motorbike, I just absolutely love the freedom it gives me. I had to stop riding sports bikes because I was either going to really hurt myself or lose my license. I think for me, Harleys, they're beautiful bikes, but I didn't want to be same as, and there's so much you can do to them. So I just wanted something that was unique, was different, and I've actually changed it a few times. It used to be matte black. It didn't have the same exhaust. I've done quite a lot. So I started the work about 10 years ago, did quite a lot to it. And then about 2 years ago, I was bored again. So I just wanted to totally change the look of it. And then again, recently, I've stripped it down and I've taken it back to bare metal because it was like, I had like a patina effect, like a rusted effect. Looked quite good, but I just got a sander out during the first lockdown. I was a bit bored. You're going to tell me off now, and people watching this going, you did what? But I just sanded the paint off and all the rust off, so the tank and stuff is back to bare metal. It needs a clean. I'm guilty of the fact I don't look after it as well as I should do, but I just love the look of it. I mean, it's got bullet casings everywhere. In fact, a little bullet is in the handlebar to start the bike. People take the mickey, goes, oh, did you used to run the 400? Because there's loads of little 400 little bits on it. On the seat, it says 400. On the engine down there. So I've just done things to it that I just really like. In terms of performance, I've had it tuned up as well, so it's had a Screaming Eagle, I think stage 4 conversion. The engine block went to America to be diamond cut, so when it's clean it looks really nice. It looks like, it sounds a bit chavvy, but it looks like crystals in the engine. And the wheels were done in America. They've got twisted spokes. Just look nice. I think the colours really match the bike. I've got an old antique fire extinguisher on the back, which people think, what is that? Has that got nozzle or something? I said, no, it just looks nice. The exhaust pipes, I hope the police don't, yeah, they're obviously very legal. The exhausts are new, handlebars are different, everything's different really. I've done so much to it. I just love it. The only thing I haven't done and I regret is upgrade the brakes. I'm embarrassed to say there's a few areas on the bike which need a bit of TLC. The spoke nipples, they were beautiful when I first had them done, but they're a little bit corroded and rusted, where I used to just clean the bike and leave it. I wouldn't dry it off, and a bit of damp in the garage or whatever. So that they need looking at. It's just the general look of it. It's just quite dusty. That chrome engine is so lovely when it's polished up. The chrome looks brilliant, and I haven't cleaned it for ages. And also there's a slight dent on it. I always hide it. It's the other side. I dropped it onto a fence panel. It's like I've got a scar there. It's just a little story to tell. So I haven't had it fixed. I'm guilty, as many people probably are, of not being educated enough in terms of what products are out there to protect your bike. It's not just a case of clean it and leave it. It's a case of clean it and protect it for the future. And if I'd known about half of the Muc-Off products before, it wouldn't be in the state it is now. But the good news is, I'm delighted to say, I'm now going to be working alongside Muc-Off. So no excuse for me. My pride and joy will be looked after. And that's the thing. People spend a fortune on their toys and they don't look after them.